Hello, everyone. This is Friedrich with another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. Looks like we just lost a base, probably by proxy, the Japanese close there in Java. Yeah, April 20. What do we got going on today? So here at Johnston, he's trying to. Maybe he came here to to, you know, aim for our battleships, but they're gone. And so we got destroyers patrolling a line here like this because it looks like his subs are in a line waiting for us to come through, expecting our bombardments. Also, I'm going to have to set up some destroyers up here because our transports are going to be coming down this way, which is maybe why he has a sub here, because expecting, thinking about how ships move, he may be expecting, well, in case we come from above or from the east. Now I could sneak around here like this. So as our transports get close, I'll start thinking about that. But in the meantime, we give the I-173 a couple of hits with depth charges. All right. Of course, we miss this important cargo ship, but okay. So it looks like the Schley is back at it. Well, or not. All right, the S-28 is parked here. Look at all this. What is going on? Oh, that's so frustrating. The S-28 doesn't get any shots off. I mean, you got 4 torpedoes. Fire them and leave. Oh, look at all that. Oh, man. All right. Now we're looking at the I-172. The Schley is back at it. Of course, he doesn't, I don't know. But here's the I-23. The Robin has sighted the I-23, but does nothing with it. Man, it feels like anti-sub warfare has been lackluster lately. We haven't gotten any good solid hits, or I mean, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it was only a couple of days ago when we had some good stuff happen, so I shouldn't complain. It's fine. We are attacking a submarine off the coast of Eastern Australia there, Brisbane more specifically. Alright, so these fighters, I have 2 more fighters here damaged. I want to get them out of there. Hopefully he doesn't kill them here. We'll see how it plays out. Nope, and it's clear sky, so yeah, we'll take it. Alright, so yeah, the poor troops here, more specifically the port, which is going to be his, but okay. These troops, we got troops here. Anyways, he doesn't like that they're still there, and so he's gonna basically eradicate them with bombs. Alright, so we're bombing his tanks here. I think we're flying in maybe not too low. Not this one anyway. And we do knock out 2 tanks. So some of our aircraft coming in here I think are flying about 2,000 feet. So, but the main thing is just to, I mean, take advantage with his tanks not having infantry or flak with them. try to knock out as many of them as we can. Alright, so I don't know what I'm doing here. This seems like kind of idiotic. But we are flying in really low. I just turned off the sweeps, and we were able to get up underneath his cap and get in there. Probably very annoying. Surely I would be if I was Japan. But um, we don't do a lot of damage. Um, but it is certainly going to be annoying. Now, I probably will call this off in the future because he's gonna, he's gonna have a decent cap here, but I don't know. We'll see what the disposition of his aircraft are after that. But we're hitting this one is flying, I think, 2,000 feet above the ground and completely whiffs. Now, 50 kilogram bombs still should have some punch. Maybe one takes out one tank, but all right. So I'm taking the lessons I learned from strafing in New Caledonia. We're gonna see what these guys can do, and they also have 50 kilogram bombs, but no effect here, even with the strafing. So, yeah. And these guys are flying low as well, but now the Oscars are already low, and so we'll probably get beat up for this, punished. So we'll see if we can get through it. I guess we can watch for a minute and see how badly this is. We're taking damage. We're driving them away. See, we're taking damage, which probably will mean some ops losses. I hope not, because these DB-7Bs are pretty nice, but we'll see. And we get through all 6, although our accuracy may be reduced from the flak and the air-to-air combat, and we do minor damage. I'm going to call those off. Alright, he has zeros here now. He surprised me with zeros because we had his carriers I thought were over here. He may have a light carrier somewhere in here doing this. But we're going to see what we can do to get through here with our B-17s. Now the Hudsons, if he starts getting into those, the Hudsons may be easier to shoot down. We'll find out. Yep, destroyed already a Hudson. So, yeah. These are weaker. I wish he focused more on the B-17s, of course. Yeah, these are getting shredded. I'll have to cancel the Hudsons. The B-17s can usually get through these zeros. So, yeah, this is going to be a bad day for Hudsons. Alright. Oh, yeah. We're going to lose all of them, I think. Yeah, the B-17s can hold their own, but the Hudsons are a lot weaker. Maybe we can get some ops losses here, but in any case, this is Japanese territory. Any losses we have here are probably going to be lost pilots too. So, we may have ops losses up and down here. Alright. So, yeah, we do get some runway damage, runway hits, so I don't know. And we turned off the sweeps, so that was not good timing for turning off the sweeps. All right. So yeah, that was terrible for these Hudsons. We'll take a look after the action and see how bad the results really are. We beat up the base a little bit, but I'm gonna probably have to slow down my action there. All right, so we're bombing his division here. And by the way, real fast, I'll say I turned off the tanks will not be attacking this turn. We're going to give them one day of break, and we'll do a normal attack the next day. We are still coming in low with and strafing with our P-39s like we did last turn. See if we can beat up his infantry some more. And I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to do this, but I'm also considering using my infantry when I attack the next day. All right, so 3 B-17s follow up, and I guess they get through because of, I don't know, the zeros being worn out or low or high or something. But yeah. So we do almost the same amount of damage with less planes, so. All right, finally our bombers are bombing Johnston. And this one is bombing the ground units because I want to soften it up so when we invade, basically it'll should be kind of a walk-in. You know, that's the hope. All right, so B-25s plus some Aero Cobras coming in. These guys might take some hits from machine gun fire and whatnot, but we're just gonna see what we can do. This I may or may not do this again, but I thought I'd give it a whirl. They were low fatigue. I thought let's try it again. They got shot up pretty badly and no effect. So thunderstorms, I should have known better. All right. So coming in again, I'm gonna just push through this, but we're taking a beating and not doing very much damage. So I'll let him rest next turn. Yeah, a little bit of damage. Alright, so we're going to have a lot of air losses that turn. For this turn, I think we're going to have a lot more than the Japanese. And our aircraft are not getting to their subs like they were earlier in this campaign. Alright, so he's bombing Port Moresby more still. Don't blame him for that, of course. Alright, and we got some LB-30s hitting Kumak. Take a damage liberator and only one. Well, this is really what I'm targeting is the runway and only 2 hits. It's kind of weak. I guess our B-17s did not fly. Okay, bummer. So the B-17s decided to stay home today. Alright, bombardment at Wenchow. He doesn't have enough AV, I don't think, to kick us out. And we're about to close the noose here. Alright, so bombardment attack at Surabaya, and it will shred us, I'm sure. We do a little bit of damage to his equipment, and we take a pounding in turn. Alright, so he's doing a deliberate attack here. Oh, wow, this looks pretty strong. All right, so it actually ends up 1-3. Let's see what the results are. Okay. So we're able to hold. We do lose a vehicle and some disabled equipment. He takes a pounding here himself. Um, let's say 100 AV. I'm just doing a quick uh, number in my head. So if this were, let's say, 274, I don't think it's good enough for me to counterattack because so he'll have, let's say, 274. We've lost some things too, 12. So let's say we're at 125, even 125 to 275. It's gonna be, and then it's times three, so it would be very bad for me to attack. Now I have tanks here, maybe that would help offset, but it's probably better for me to stay defensive right there. All right, see, we're just bombarding, and I may do a deliberate attack with the infantry regiments and even a shock attack with the tanks. I just am not sold on that idea. It's not doesn't seem like it's I don't know. Just not sure if that's the thing to do. He does have fatigue, and it looks like his secondary units are pretty uh, beat battered. Like the Naval Guard unit and the SNLF company look like they're more or less worthless. So that leaves the division by itself. I don't know. Still debating in my head. I'll have to make a decision soon because I want to pull the trigger and send the file to this evening. So Luganville expands to size 3. We can get some fighters flying again, I think. We'll look at that here in a minute. All right, some refits. Okay, few cargo ships. Oh, the 32nd Infantry. I was waiting for that. All right. I let's take a look. Okay, so I got on here and I just started tinkering around and I noticed that we had an ASW force clicking it. So basically we saw a submarine up in here. I don't he could move it for sure, obviously. So we're just gonna patrol these two hexes for now. This guy, he's kind of going back and forth. As soon as we come back here and replenish, which by the way, we probably didn't use all of our stuff. Yeah, we used half, and that's okay. I thought about it. I was considering remain on station and bombard another turn, but I thought also if I send it back and then come back again, then maybe we can get two decent runs of bombardment before our amphibious troops start pulling into the vicinity. So at the end of this turn, when we resolve this turn, will come in, replenish, then we'll come back out and hit this, and this is going to be one, two, three, four turns. Okay. I don't think we can get a third bombardment in, but here's what's going to happen, I think. Okay, so I brought over some destroyers to merge with this. I want to have extra protection. It's a lot of stuff to lose, a bunch of things. Um, we'll be there 48 divided by, let's say, 6. So we'll be there 8 days. And if what I was calculating here is correct, 1, 2, 3, 4, in 4 days we'll be bombarding this again. That'll leave this 4 days away from landing. So what I might do is bombard, swing around, replenish, bombard, and if it's the same as now where it's half full, maybe group up with this invasion and finish off our ammunition upon unloading. Our bombers should make it so that this unit is a lot weaker, though, when we invade, like less inclined to shell us with his coastal defenses. So that's really, there's not much more to talk about up there. Up in that vicinity. Well, there is something. So we are moving out with our carriers, and here's Enterprise in Yorktown, and they are still heading. I've basically told them to come up in this area, about 7 hexes away. We're gonna come over here, and we're only gonna look for ships because I don't want to give away that we're here. So we're just going to sit here, and if there are no ships coming here or up in this area, well, we won't expose ourselves. Then the next step is again we're in the area in case something's happening over here and starts threatening Midway or something. So we'll just see what's what. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on there, and still waiting for some other ships to repair. So down here, we got some reinforcements coming to Luganville here, and so while we're talking about Luganville, let's look at. See, we got Banshees parked here, and the base administration said um, 3 of 3 last before the upgrade. So now we can put one of these squadrons up in escort and actually fly some cap. And now we're at capacity there. So we really need, which is good though. I mean, we got fighter cap now, so that's great. Um, but yeah, this is what I was expecting. Is for some reason I was picturing these guys were coming here. I don't know why. Would we fly anyway? I don't know. But these bombers are scheduled to do naval attack. Now here's what's cool. See, that's 10, so it's too far away. But if I have to, I can bring them back to Noumea and bomb Kumak if I have to. Or if ships are sailing close enough to Espiritu Santo or Luganville, we can bomb them, in this range. My guess is if he does that, though, he's going to probably have KB with him. Slowly unloading this fuel. Not sure. Oh yeah, I did want the fuel for these PT boats, but anyways, it's fine. All right. So that's that. So let's take a look at how badly we're beat up. 7. Okay, so we took huge losses, 12-2. So it seems to teeter-totter. He took the brunt last turn. So let's take a look here. Today we lost 6 Hudsons. They just got shredded. 3 Airacobras were destroyed by flak. So we're going to turn those off. 2 Zeros were lost to ops because he had to fly long range, I bet. And we lost a PBY5 and an S-23. That may be our last S-23. By the way, so looking here, let's see. I'm trying to process this for a second. Okay, so it's still thunderstorms. So we just need to say, okay, stand down for now, and we'll set all of you to stand down. So we'll rebuild those. I just want to make sure they're not gonna go again. Let's see. I can't tell well, we can cheat here and see if we can. Okay, this is usually indicative of yeah, heavy rain. This is heavy rain. So I feel like we need to bomb it still. And I want to do what I've done in the past and say, hey, can you recon Kumak? And we told him to last time. He may or may not have done that. And our B-17s should fly, hopefully, and we'll suppress that. I'm not going to change any other orders. Well, we can really quick look and see the fatigue is not high. So we'll keep our bombers bombing. And what I'm going to do is certainly the tanks, and I'll set this up later, the tanks will do a normal attack. Um, it's kind of weird. This tank battalion seems to show 0 on the combat screen. I think it's this one. So I'm not sure why that is, but anyways, our tanks did not bombard on purpose. I wanted to rest them a little bit, so their stuff didn't drop as much as I'd like, but surely he's more fatigued than we are. So we'll send in the tanks again and do a normal attack, and I think bring the infantry in as well. I don't know. I'm I'm debating sending these tanks in shock attack. Maybe not. Maybe not this one so much. Maybe this one and maybe the 2 full strength and the rest will be on deliberate attack. So it it may not be worth doing, but I mean his fatigue was high enough. Maybe it'll be safe for us to do it. I don't know. Just don't really want to get shredded with infantry losses. Uh, let's look here. USA Rifle Squad 109. I mean, I guess technically we could take afford some losses. I don't know. I haven't even triggered anything, so that'll be something I'll ponder some more. Okay, got out of there. He just entered this hex. We are still pushing through. Hopefully be here soon, and then we'll backtrack. I think this way. Um, we could go this way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, we have one more S-23. That's kind of funny, I think. I thought I had two. Oh, right. I moved the PBYs I had here down to cover southeastern Australia. Uh, let's look at our upgrade options. I mean, it's wanting to give us C-47s, but I could jump into the Catalina ones and get a full 6. So that's probably the thing to do. I'll just look at what I got here. Okay. So we're okay. All right. I mean, he's, I don't think look at the airfield damage, 52. I don't think his fighters are based here. So we just need to keep bombing. He can feed in his fighters if he wants, but he's going to take ops losses. Now I will cancel these Hudsons. Stand down. And actually get out of here because I need to make room. There's a reason I'll explain here in a minute. But let's where do we want to go to rebuild this? That's a long ways away. Melbourne? Yeah. Okay. All right, good. It took the damaged ones as well by train, most likely. Okay, so we have some bombers here, but check this out. I now have the space. I can fit what, 17, no, sorry, 15 aircraft here. And I have at Sydney some B-17s. So we have 7, 12, 13, 14, but I'll probably send in these 8. Now, of course, these will be moving slow by train and take a couple of days probably. But I could move these bombers and we can keep pounding it with our B-17s, which are going to be a lot stronger, and stronger in attack, but also protection against the Zeros. So I think that's what we'll do. All right. Certainly, I like that plan. Port Moresby, just sticking to our defensive plan. Surabaya, same thing, just waiting it out. Trying to shift supplies back this direction, but it's not really taking right now. But that's okay. So we got heavy rain here, so bombing here may be kind of a waste. Uh, so I'll probably shut our bombers down, including bombing this as well, because he still has fighters here, and so that's going to be problematic. I don't really want to leave this empty. Um, I don't want to leave it without cap, and I guess you could say, well, that's what this. We could have these guys on cap and send our buffaloes out again and attack the sweep. But and maybe I'll do that because look, this is overcast, and then I could send every available bomber that might normally bomb here because of the rain will bomb here. Um, Worth thinking about. And then I guess anyone who can't make it here can bomb here. That's worth it, probably. We'll think about it. And um, he's got us here now, right? See that? And I'm seeing there's some guys that are still taking their time getting up here. As soon as we're done seeing these guys moving with the tick on them, we'll we'll see if we could send a battalion across the river here. This is really weak. What is? And check this out. Clear. I don't know if our level of accurate information is high here. I'm gonna hit this with every available bomber I can, because we might be able to like do some damage to this tiny unit. I bet it's artillery and it got over here too quickly, possibly. Um, he's been surprising me with some of his stuff. Okay, the other thing, so like these guys sitting here, I mean, what are we doing about this? Well, I should have had this on bombard last turn. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I guess we can't. That explains that. I'm not going to attack. This division will probably be here this turn, and there's no way. All right, so check this out. This turn, I'm going to have to set up what I'm going to do for my planes. I'm not going to bomb. I don't want to, troops that is. I don't want to give my position away. But if there's any ships up in here that we spot, we'll bomb them. Otherwise, my goal is to come here for this turn resolution and basically hit something if there is something to hit. Then, if then after we accomplish that feat or lack thereof, we will head down to roughly here. And I know we did this once before. I can't tell exactly what he has, but what I may do is park out far enough, do a recon mission with our Fulmars, In fact, maybe even send all of the available for Fulmers. I thought we were training recon. Okay. Well, we will now, right? Actually, no. Not until we get underway again. Actually, I still may not. But anyway, do a recon. Try to see what's here. In fact, maybe a recon from our battleships. They can technically reach 5. So I don't know. I'll think about how I'm gonna do this, but if I can recon this hex a turn or two, while I'm parked over here somewhere, maybe he won't see me. Then we'll hit this as hard as we can. Um, so how far can they fly? 5. I'll just do normal because otherwise you're chancing probably not getting a good spot. I actually don't know how that works for. I know how it works for bombing, but I'm not sure how it works for recon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go here or here or here. Might as well go here, I think, and recon this. See if we can get away without them spotting us with a recon action. In any case, they, we'll have fighters and we'll have a lot of anti-aircraft situated here. AAA is almost 4,000 in this group and not quite as high, 1,900 in this group. But also these are tanks and can maybe can if he decides to bomb us, maybe they'll take some of the hits. All right, so that's that. He did an attack here. If we look real quick at our situation here, we've got high experience, high morale. We're in good spirits here, and our disruption fatigue is quite low. So we're comfortable sitting here and holding that position. Here we are. He's not reacting with this unit that we know of, and these guys are still sitting here. The 50th Chinese Corps C Regiment, I guess it's a regiment, division, whatever, is going in and will be there. It's already almost a third of the way there. So I'm going to say, 215? I'm going to say probably 3 more days and then it'll be here. Close this up, and now he has to either bring these guys in or bring his ships in. So should be interesting. All right. So wrapping up here, he has not arrived here, and it looks like he's still walking there. That is to point out specifically, these 2 units here are trying to split up here and here. And then these guys are in supply now, finally, and in decent shape. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't want to fill that up if they're low on life. But yeah, 23. They're halfway. Okay. Now they're moving very slowly, so it's probably going to be about 5 days before they're here, maybe even 6. But nothing more up north, and no movement in the south. Okay, I take that back. It looks like he's moving across the river here and moving up here. He's going to try to cut Yunnan off. So I really need to get this up, but it's not happening fast enough. I don't know that clicking that's going to help. But I have to start from here and here, just bombing this. Like, basically I'm going to bomb it daily until until he caps it, or until he moves out of this hex. Because for 2 reasons. One, I want to soften it up for when it comes across to this unit and does a shock attack. But check that out. Assault value of 528 in rough terrain. this may not be pretty for him. Plus, we should have fortifications 4. See that? And they're building even more. So this isn't going to be pretty when he comes across here. He may not know these are here if he doesn't have enough recon. So, and it's just one unit. Then what I might do is after I defeat the unit that comes across here, I may just come up here and try to see what he has here and clean it up. But that's kind of what I'm referencing too, is what we're doing here is softening it up for when it attacks here and also when it's well, okay, just a second because I'm wanting to make sure I'm making sense. So we're bombing him for 2 reasons. One, to slow him down, so it'll take him longer to get here and here. But two, it'll wear him out so that when he's here and here, the defeat here will be easier, and then going in here and smashing him will be also relatively easy. So that's the goal. So we'll keep it split up too, I think. I think. Looking fine, I think. Well, and by the way, even if he has one of these each of these units is a division, whatever crosses in here is hitting something that's stronger than a division. I say that, but of course the experience and morale, the morale is actually good, and the experience is not bad. So, yeah, not bad. All right, so that kind of I know it kind of glosses over China, but there's not a lot happening there. Um, Still no activity in central Philippines. He's trying to bomb up and clean up some of our remnants in Celebes and Borneo. And of course, he hasn't touched these guys just yet. So, yeah, it looks like things are progressing along, and some feels like it's okay. Some feels like it might be slightly in our favor, but most feel like we're still behind the 8 ball. So, but we'll see. We'll keep plugging away, one step at a time. Let's take a look at this too. I didn't do this last turn. Sorry, guys. But all that was sunk, all that showed sunk were those 2 AKLs that were west of Noumea. That's literally all. Now, having said that, this was our problem child here. We'll go to Sid. Nope, not Port Kembla. We'll go to Sydney, and we'll use waypoints that take us here. And I think that's okay. If we go here and then down, I'm okay with that. And we'll say return the same route. So, um, uh, let's just, I kind of want to fuel there at Sydney, but it already fueled up here. We'll just go fuel up here and then our way back, do not fuel. So this is going to be interesting this coming turn. One way or another, it's going to be interesting. I can't guarantee you if I'll shock attack or if I'll use my infantry, but we're gonna certainly attack. All right, guys. So I'll see you on the next time we get together and talk about April 21 turn resolution. Getting close to May. Actually, let me look at this real fast too. See if anything stands out. Turrican. Um, Nagasaki. Can't do anything about that. Truck. It seems to always be heavy radio transmissions there. Part of that could be, does he have battleships there where he's repairing from the epic bombing earlier in the campaign? I doubt it, but who knows? And all we can see here, let's turn this off. We obviously see he has an airfield with air units and a port with naval units, and that's all we know. So, not much information there. All right. Well, oh, one more thing. One more thing. One more thing. 32nd Infantry just arrived. It's already bought out. So and it's looks like it's in great fighting condition. So not bad experience, and the morale could use a little bit of help. We'll pile this in some transports, but I think I'm gonna need to get it to LA. That's where we have most of our naval devices, and we've got some coming in. Not any yet, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna march it here, or well, technically, strategically move it here, and then we'll load it up on transports and head down to Australia. So this is going to be earmarked for Australia, not just because it's the Southwest Pacific. I think we're going to need it. Our S-28 did not sink anything, and check that out. Surely he's dropped off potentially a division. So, yeah. So for now, I'm gonna earmark this for Brisbane, and we'll see where we need it once we get it over to Australia. Um, okay. So thanks for joining me. It's gonna take a long time to get that ready, but our transports aren't back yet anyway. But yeah, thanks for joining me, for taking this journey with me, and it's getting interesting. I guess it has been the whole game, but because we have some pieces on the map, it makes it a little bit more interesting and fun for me. I hope it's fun to watch. It's not necessarily my goal. My goal when I started doing this was for myself, but if if people can watch and have and enjoy, even if I'm doing some crazy stuff, then it's fine, and I'm happy to provide entertainment. But ultimately, I also want to hear feedback. If it's terrible, if it's good, if you have advice, all the things. So let me know, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.